Well, I've got this Nissan Skyline here. Been having a great fun time with it. I've got to do the water pump and timing belt and all the hoses. And the water pump's been leaking so long onto the timing belt, you can see the timing belt's turned to varnish. And that's rock hard, like, that is hard. And it had leaked in behind the crank pulley and seized it on. Like, that was an absolute nightmare to get off. Look at that mess. I don't know if I'm ever going to get that one off so I can do the crank seal, because as you see there's a nice layer of rust under it. But yeah, if your water pump's leaking, do it quickly so this doesn't happen. That was fun, but I've polished up the crank now. I still don't think I'll get this off, but I've soaked it with inox all down the Woodruff keyhole and all the way around. So I'll give it a try. Well, I managed to get the cam belt drive off, and I changed the crank seal there because it was leaking. So that was pretty lucky. Got the water pump off and I found the leak. Well, it wasn't water pump failure as such. Oh, the little moth just killed itself. It was water pump seal, or, you know, the gasket. It doesn't run a gasket, it just runs sealants, and obviously it hadn't had enough there. You can see where it's been leaking all the time. It was going out through that little hole, and running down everything and going down the timing belt. Sad thing is, the timing belt wasn't done too long ago, so this was probably leaking or just weeping then, and they haven't done anything about it. So, yeah, oh well. Well, that looks better now, doesn't it? New belt, new pulleys, new pump. Excellent. Oh, that's looking better. Just got to get a new balancer for it, because the old one took a bit of a beating getting it off. So that'll be tomorrow. I'll put the rest of the belts on. But now I've got to do the hoses, which is interesting on one of these. Well, here's the heater hose setup for one of these cars. And Nissan tells me they're about the only place I can get them. They tell me it's $280 retail, and could be a 10-day wait or something to get them. That's not good enough. And also, these are worn out on this car too. The top one's about to break, and they're god awful expensive as well. So for this whole setup, you're probably looking at around about $350 retail. Bit silly. So I've done something. Some of you might think, oh god, what's he done? I've made up some hoses that will suit the vehicle, because it's very strange. Obviously I haven't put the hose clamps on, but that will do what these did. One of those, and one of these. This one's long, got an end. Oh, we'll see if it works, but the only thing I could really do with this car without having to spend a lot of money. And yes, customers on a budget, you can't be spending that much on bloody hoses. Really, come on. Well, there's the heater hoses. I'm not 100% happy, because there's just no room. So, I'm sort of rubbing on things that I don't want them to, like the engine a little bit, and there's nothing I can do, because Nissan's designed it in a way that, you know, they thought about it and like, yeah, let's make our own mouldings, pricks. But, yeah, it was a nightmare to put on, but a much more nightmare to get the old ones off with the old clips on them. One connects up the front here, another one connects underneath all this mess where that bypass hose goes. That's already connected. I don't think I can get a video shot of it. because it's impossibly tight. Can't even get the camera down there. I can just wedge my arm down there and tear a bit of skin off at the same time. I was just about to do a regular oil change to this Skyline, and I found something I thought I'd do a video on. I've set myself up normally, got the drainage pan, spanner, went to go undo the drainage plug, spanner on. Well, I should wash this condenser coil while I've got the radiator out. That's really dirty. I don't think the camera does it justice. Well, here's the radiator. That looks dirty too, but that's the clean side of it. Yeah, there's the dirty side. Now, I want to put a new one in, but unfortunately the customer doesn't have way too much money, so we'll see if this one works, which it may. I'll give it a good clean first, because that's feral. Then we've got cigarette butts jammed in it. Oh, that's as good as the dirty side comes up. It should work better than it did. Well, that's all back together now. Full of coolant and oil. Everything done. Only thing is the aircon belt, customer supplied the wrong one. So it's got the old one there again. It's not too shagged, so that's alright. So tomorrow I'll see if it starts and runs and does all the things I want it to. I put new tie rod ends in it because they were shagged. This one was especially rooted. Wheel was flopping around. So that was going to give soon, and the car would have probably gone into oncoming traffic. So this was on the driver's side. Well, started this up this morning before it got too hot. I was warming it up and something shit happened. As well as that, it had a flat battery as well. Obviously the alarm or radio or something is drawing power, or it's just a shitty battery. It's not taking too many amps. It's not taking all that many amps. Oh well. Now let's see if I can get it to start, eh? Stupid mobilizer. Oh yeah, so I was warming it up and started to pressurise, thermostat opened. A little while later the fan started slinging water in my face, or coolant. I was like, what? Yeah, it's cracked here. The whole top tank's stuffed. It's even leaking around there. Alright. Yeah, it's run all the way around. This side seems alright, but nah. New radiator time.